Jacaranda FM.
Jacaranda FM for the first time on Jacaranda FM. Our special guest today, Cassper and Nyovest. There's so much excitement around the building, man. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. What's up? How you doing?
Very well.
Thanks for having me.
It's your first time on the station ever?
Yeah. And I was telling you before we went on air how much I'm a big fan of the station.
That's
Since I was a
awesome.
kid, since I was a kid, my mom used to drive. This was the station that was always playing in my mom's car. So
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
You grew up in Mafikeng.
Yeah.
Maikeng, now Mafikeng then.
yeah,
Tell me about you.
small town.
I've heard so much about you. I've read a lot about you. Actually, the
Yeah.
first article I read on you was I was flying and you were in the In-Flight magazine, and I read through the entire interview.
Business
You-
class or
No, man, no. In the cattle class, they're in the back, and I was reading about you, and I was really enjoying reading about how humble you are and how you realize and accept and celebrate your roots.
Yeah.
Growing up in Mafikeng, how was that?
Yeah, it's a very small ghost town. Nothing to do really. So that's why the greatest rappers of all time in SA are from Mafikeng because of how much time we have to just spend time on our craft. Because there's no entertainment, there's no like big malls,
Sure.
there's no cinema, there's nothing to do. So we just stay home and make music in our bedrooms and that's just how it was. I was a very naughty kid, always in trouble. At school, always getting into trouble with girls.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Is that where
I was always that guy.
Montsiwa was the place?
Yeah.
So, I mean, did you always know from a young age that you want to be on a
Yeah.
stage?
I always loved attention. First of all, honestly, I always like just being in the limelight. So at school, I was like the popular kid. I've never been the loser ever in my life. Since grade 1, I was like the clown in class, and then I was a dancer, and then when dancing became a little less popular, and then hip hop started brewing in South Africa, then I moved on to rap.
Who inspired you to actually take the step from dreaming and doing?
I think primarily I was inspired by WHP because he comes from my hoodie. Like he lives like 4 houses away from my mom's house.
Okay.
Nice.
So like seeing someone in my neighborhood being on TV was pretty it was motivating. Say
Sure.
if this guy can come from here, and
Yeah.
I saw him drink Solantis, like last week,
Yeah.
and then I'm seeing him on TV doing so many great things. I was inspired by that, and then but in terms of like how far I see myself and why I always push boundaries, like I'm inspired greatly by Kanye West. So those are the two most influential people in my life.
And now you're that guy.
Yeah.
Well, people say so, but I just see myself as a normal kid, man. For now, I think, I'm aware of me being ahead of my school, of people they compare me to, like I'm like 10 years ahead of everybody, but like compared to like people that I look up to, I think I'm still beginning.
That's inspiring to hear that, because it's obviously not true. You're not the normal kid. Normal kids don't train on Twitter all day. Normal kids don't go and fill up the dome.
Exactly.
You can, you can. Anybody can trend on Twitter if you're stupid enough. Like, I see you could do. If you that desperate to trend on Twitter, you can. Good or bad, if you're stupid enough. Like,
Cassper,
Yeah.
I am. I'm that desperate to trend on Twitter.
you want to trend on Twitter? Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. Listen, we've got so much to talk about. New music, new album. The reason why Cassper is trending on Twitter today is for music. It is a fantastic reason. I'll tell you more about that. And then on the show for the first time on the hashtag MBD Live, Cassper Nyovest, and it's one of his new singles. I watched this song. It is an inspiring song. It is a song for South Africans. It is a song about a big day in our history. Cassper Nyovest, thanks for spending time with us. We do appreciate it. Your fans want to know more about Raga Raga.
I know y'all be hating on me on the cover, but nobody's ever had a better
So how much music?
Yeah, man.
Yes, there's so many stories.
The moment music comes on, you get excited. I love that about you. You're you're about the
in-
music.
Yeah, I'm in love with music.
Yeah.
That's one thing that WHP taught me. He's like, yo, man, you need to remain a fan of the music, and that's
Absolutely.
how your judgment of music will always, be top notch because you're still a fan. You don't think, once you make it, you think so much of yourself and that you think you know. But if you remain a fan of the music, you can still tell like a bad song and a good song. So
Dude, you're gonna think I'm lying to you now because you're sitting here. That is one of the greatest things anyone's ever taught me is always be a fan.
for real,
It'll keep you absolutely.
that's
the guy-
true. Like I'm a groupie. Like when
You
I
know?
meet people like I grew up listening to,
Yeah.
I still get excited. It's not like I act cool or anything, So
Yeah, awesome, man.
Yeah.
So listen, before we move on back to the music, there's someone who left a message for you.
yeah.
I'm going to take you back a little bit. I'm going to take you back. Listen to this.
I'm Mrs. Kanagaratnam. I was the principal,
Whoa.
deputy principal and principal while Cassper refilled all over at school. In fact, I have known him since he was a small child because his mother and I had been colleagues. And he had been a very active child. And I'm very happy that he has found the potential he has. And he is doing very well now. And he had been in and out of the office at times. But anyway, he would listen. And I had an advantage knowing him from childhood. So he would listen to me better. In fact, I met him 2 weeks ago in Joburg, actually, when I went to visit my daughter. She was just passing by and he stopped and went out of the car and came to hug me and say, my teacher and my principal is here. As a school, I think we are very proud of what he has achieved and we would like to wish good luck in all his endeavors.
Yo, that's so cool, man. Oh my God. This funny thing is I was telling the story like 2 weeks ago or a month ago. I met her.
Yeah.
I was driving out of, I was visiting someone and I was driving out. And I saw her and I walked out. The story that she's telling is like literally a month ago. So I told the story on Instagram because, I was a naughty kid, like I'm telling you, but this is one of the teachers who never, gave up on me and saw my potential. And she never used, usually teachers would tell you are useless and all of that, but she
Sure.
was one of the teachers who tell me how much potential I have and how intelligent I was and if I applied myself, in the right a manner and how far I could go. So it's so great to hear her talk about me on the radio. Unlike if it was like some whack teacher that I didn't get along with. And now that I made it, they start lying like we used to get along, So
I know.
it's a great story because it's all true and honest.
Yeah.
And she
And
was really like a mom to me.
That is amazing. And it makes all the difference. If teachers only knew confidence, if you give a kid confidence, the best gift.
That's exactly what I was talking about on my Instagram video. Like, I don't think, she knew she's a professional teacher and I know she has passion. I don't think people are, not only teachers, but like guardians are aware of how much impact their words have on kids, like
Absolutely.
what you're saying to somebody has so much impact and they might live their life like that. If you tell someone they're useless at an early age in their life, they might just believe it and
Exactly.
end up being like that. And thanks to teachers like Ms. Kanagaratnam, I believed in myself, even though I didn't end up being like a lawyer or what they thought that I'd be. I believed in myself and I took my talent and and I'm here now because of the confidence that I got from my guardians and people that I looked up to. Even if you don't get along with teachers, you still look up to them. You know what I mean? You have a certain type of respect for
Sure,
them.
of course, yes, of course.
Yeah, shout out to her and all the teachers out there who are doing great for our kids.
Listening to you this afternoon. How's it, everybody? So, back to the music quickly. Your new album. You're very excited about it, obviously.
Yeah, we've been pushing the album for a few months now. We're on platinum.
Well done.
We're about
Congrats.
to go double platinum, which is going to be the
Oh.
first African hip hop album to go double platinum. So
Nice.
yeah, the support has been amazing, man. Even when the media is like bashing me, people still go out there and they buy the music, they come out to the shows, which
Exactly.
is what I appreciate. So thank you to everyone who's been supporting me. Even when I make mistakes, I really, really appreciate it. And if you don't have the album, go to Musica and go check out the album. It's
Right
titled
now.
Refilo. It's a self-titled album. That's my government name.
Do it now. Absolutely. After the
Yeah.
show today, let's show this man some love. Go and get that album this weekend. Go and buy it. You seem, it's very important for you to stay grounded and to keep perspective because, when you reach a level like yourself and the entire South Africa was talking about you back when you were filling the dome and stuff and as you say, double platinum and that kind of thing. So it's important to stay grounded, but with that comes a lot of criticism as well. you do get some people, you ruffle some feathers
Yeah,
along the
yeah.
way. You get some people who may be envious of you and stuff
Yeah.
like that. How do you handle it? I mean, I know you.
I was, in the beginning, it used to mess me up. Like,
What did it really bother you?
sleepless night. Yeah, I remember like when I was in this feud, like when, like my feud with my previous enemy was like really hectic and it was at its peak.
You must help me now. I'm learning.
I don't
want to
say anyone's name. It's about me.
Can I say his name?
No. So the whole thing
you
is
sure?
no.
Okay.
The point is, I remember having sleepless nights. I was still in a relationship then. Like so, I used to talk to my girl and, I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Because it used to get to me that much, and I thought that people's opinion, because, awards and everything, you end up thinking people's opinions validate
Sure.
your value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how you value yourself. So the more people talk negatively about you, you start
Sure.
thinking, you've fallen off or whatever. But I've learned to realize that actually the greater you are, the more people speak negative about you. So right now, like I've chosen to just keep quiet and carry on doing what I'm doing. The only time I'll ever get worried is if I start selling less or
Sure.
yeah, or
If
I started making less money or
Yeah.
something, then I'll realize that there's something wrong that I'm
Of
doing.
course.
But as long as I'm doing well, man, it means that the people who have been supporting me in the beginning are still behind me. So and I was also taught by a politician I'm about to do this deal with. Anyway, it's some government deal that we were in. And after
Okay.
we clinched the deal, they were like, yo, man, just understand that when people hear about, this deal, they're going to go at you just from us supporting you. And I wasn't even thinking about that. So, the people who've been doing this for so long that they understand that it just comes with the package of success. So I'm good right now. It's pushed me closer to my family. Because I can cry, on my phone with my mom. I don't need to tell anybody. So it's pushed me closer to my family. And, my sister lives with me now. And I appreciate it. It's been a great journey, man. I appreciate everything about it.
In Afrikaans there's a saying, hoogste bome vang die meeste wind.
Yeah.
The highest trees catch the most wind.
Yeah, that's true.
You were saying former enemy. Are you friends with everybody?
No, I don't care about anybody anymore, bro. Like, honestly,
care about
like,
it.
I used to, like,
Dude, there's always something that comes along that levels the playing field.
yeah, my thing is,
Like
bro.
the Samas.
Yo, my thing is, like, it's not even like that. What people don't understand is like, for me, it's not even like revenge. Like when, something happens to like people that are known not to like me, I don't celebrate. I'm not even there anymore.
know.
I used to celebrate like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you deserve that. But right now, I actually feel sorry for people when, people I used to fight with, when they go through things, now I feel sorry for them. Like, because I'm human, and I know how it feels. So I really don't care about that anymore. It's about being positive and living a positive life. Yo, brothers, I was watching Muhammad Ali's DVD like a few days ago, and I'm like, why am I fighting with rappers? Like there's so many people who have done
Exactly.
great things in this world, and they will be remembered forever, and they will be remembered for like the great that they've done on the world. Like there's people like Mandela, man. There's people
Yeah.
like Obama. Like those are the people that inspire me, and I don't look up to, like rappers, and so I'm.
That's a good perspective to have, my friend. You're at a good place.
I'm trying to
And
spread
that-
love.
You're the
bro.
better man. Love. Absolute all about love. Coming up next, and I know you're going to love this. #MBD Live. Cassper Nyovest.
Jacaranda FM.